Hi, I'm Atira. Welcome to my journey in the art of perfumery, living life, and finding beauty and inspiration in every day. Today, we are searching for true aquatic notes that will reset, restore, and renew, and we will find it at my favorite place on earth, and I'm excited to take you there.
So where do I go when I want to reset, restore, and renew? Why, the beach, of course.
Welcome to Panama City Beach, Florida, home of sugar white sands and emerald green waters. But I call it heaven on earth.
I am here at the far east end of Panama City Beach in an area called St. Andrews State Park. It is where the jetty is, where the fishing boats come into bay, and it is quiet. It's natural. I think that may be the best way I can describe it. It is just the purity of nature. That is what I appreciate so much about this place, because there is nothing that imposes itself onto the surroundings that changes it in any way. It's reassuring, it is comforting, it's restorative. That is the best way I can describe being here. This end is quiet. Again, it's in the morning. Later in the day, the beaches all the way down behind me going toward the vacationing areas will erupt in activity with excitement and laughter and families walking, building sand castles in this beautiful warm sand. Again, from what I see here as being quiet and peace, that happiness and that comfort will build in the brightness of families who are enjoying each other, and they are putting their impression on this place, on those around them, and they are interpreting what they feel here in a brighter way. This morning is quiet and peace and solitude, and later it will be energetic and lively, but still evoke that same feeling of comfort and happiness. Perfume does the same thing. It's how you interpret it. It's what it means to you. It's the feeling that you draw from it. That's why perfumery has no boundaries. It is what you create. I like to sometimes even think outside of the box. Try things a little differently. We all have a message, and we relate those messages differently. But your message is important. All our message that we want to share with this world is important, making a positive impact on our world around us and those that we want to inspire. This place is incredible. It makes me happy. It grounds me. It resets me. Puts me back in perspective. It restores my assurance that our Creator has everything so perfectly in balance.
As the sun warms these sugar white sands, it reminds me of the sweet softness of a pure vanilla or tonka bean. and these crystal emerald green waters. Oh, it is so purifying, and it cleanses the air with that gentle, subtle, salty note. And the strength of the rocks as it grounds its surroundings, just like, well, a sandalwood or a musk. And the green moss brightens the senses, and it gives structure and life to this piece of paradise. The air is so fresh and clear, and as it all comes together, it creates a perfect harmony of beauty. To see it and breathe it in, well, it's completely captivating.
This fresh air is so relaxing, and this morning sun. I can't think of a better way and a better place to sit here where it's physically around me and compare some of the aroma chemicals that we use in creating perfume when we use an oceanic type of inspiration. So I brought just a few that I wanted to physically sit here with and see how it truly does come together with the real thing. We are so blessed to have companies that can create these beautiful chemicals for us. There are natural aromas that are in nature that can be physically captured and used in perfumery, but not everything is in its natural form that can be used in this way. So with amazing companies that can capture these single notes is remarkable, and I am amazed by what they can do, and I'm blessed to be able to have access to these notes. So let's start with just a few. First, what I'd like to compare is, of course, an Oceanic Accord. This is through creatingperfume.com, and I just want to see how it compares to my surroundings. Of course, in its concentrated form, it is very strong, very compact. When it goes into a perfume, it blossoms, it blooms, it disperses, and really gives that true feeling of its natural state. It doesn't have the saltiness, of course, but this Oceanic Accord is just pure water. It is so perfectly clean, it's refreshing. I won't say cool, not cooling in the sense like a peppermint, but just that refreshment that you feel from a very, very clean water accord. Very clean. This would definitely be something that I would include in any type of a water fragrance, an Oceanic Accord, anything that is aquatic inspired. The next one I'm pulling up is called Fresh Sea. Of course. Let's see how it works. This is closer to what I would draw from where I am physically. It is very clean, again, very aquatic, but it has a bit of a warmer type of an undertone to it, a little more grounding. I would definitely use this in an oceanic fragrance. Fresh Sea, perfect. This next chemical is called adoxol. It is from Givaudan. It is considered a very clean note. Let's see. Letting it air, letting it come out of its concentrated form. To me, I feel in its concentrated form, I sense something that has more of a crisp top portion of it. It is stronger. It almost lends itself to something that, to me, does have a citrus type of a feel to it without the citrus notes, but it is very crisp. That is what I'm drawing from it. Very, very crisp. Would work very well in an accord, in a blend that you want to give a very clean wash over a scent. The next note is called blue notes. I love these blends and accords that's already brought together by such masters in this craft. And they nail it every time. This is from Creating Perfume. Again, blue notes. This is very clean, very soft. It has more of a powder base to it. It definitely lends to where I am sitting in this morning sun that's just beginning to warm the air and the sand and the water around me. It is very soft. It is very soothing. I can see this blending perfectly with a musk undertone, an amberette undertone, something that pulls a very powdery type of base to it. This is beautiful. One more clean aquatic water note is Azuril. I don't know if I said that right. It's through Innospec. Again, it is considered a clean water note. Within the clean aquatic notes, this for me would hit about in the middle. From very, very clean, cool, clarifying at the top, to something that is a warmer sense of grounding in that area of the water notes. This hits in the middle. It is a bit warmer, a little bit more grounding. I don't catch a salt note to it. It is a little more complex. It is not singleized, isolated, but it is very nice, more in that middle range of those aquatic water notes, but very nice. I could potentially pull just a little more of those salt notes from it if you don't have something that would bring in that seaside salt note. But again, where I am, a salt note for me would be essential in a fragrance that is something that you want to pull together, that is purifying, and grounding and restorative. I have a few green, slightly citrus aroma chemicals that will give you that lift, that little bit of spark to this type of a fragrance. And the first one I'm going to begin with is allyl phenoxy acetate. These aroma chemicals are so hard to pronounce. I don't know if I'm getting them right, but you get the idea. Oh yes, very green, very clean. It is not herbal in any way. It is cooling. It reminds me of the rind, the green rind of a melon, a watermelon maybe, or a honeydew. It would begin to hold those aquatic notes. It's very nice, very clean, very cooling. The next, I only have a sample with me today. It is a green tea note. I love this in so many fragrances that you just want to give that brightness, but not herbal, but green, just clean, that just washes over you. Would ground any water note. I love green tea. Perfect. A very common element in perfumery when you want to pull a slight citrus sparkle is dihydromercenol. It is very bright, more green, more spa-like. It definitely gives a citrus sparkle to the air. If you want something that gives a brightness, this is definitely it. Okay, I have two more aroma chemicals that fall into a clean type of note. One is, let's find it here, myric aldehyde. Myric aldehyde lends more to an ozone type of a fragrance. Very airy, completely clean. It has a bit of a citrus note, a bit of a citrus touch to it, but very, very clean. One more clean note, and that will be acetate C10. It is a very clean, watered clothes type of note to it. Definitely. Sitting here in this fresh breeze in the morning, you smell nothing but freshness. And this would, it would definitely be something that just gives you that purity of the air when it's surrounded by so many other fragrances that holds it together. Perfect. The last two I'm going to look at and get a feel for are really more considered to be in a light floral category. This one is Aurantia. Aurantia is said to have a orange blossom type of a note, those white, sweet top florals. It is very candy-like. I do get that sweet scents to it. It is beautiful. This is probably not something that I would use in creating a purifying, clean, oceanic fragrance, but it is beautiful. The last aroma chemical that I want to compare and contrast is Citralis PQ. This is considered to be aldehydic, floral, a little bit lily of the valley. Let's see. It does have more of a citrus floral attribute to it, mixed with this oceanic air, this fresh sea salt that I'm getting naturally. I have to say I'm drawn to this. In that heart note, if you want a bit of floral, Lily of the Valley is perfect. It is a very purifying floral, very clean. It resets again. It's comforting. It truly is difficult to put into accurate words the feeling that places like this and smells impact on us. But again, that's the beauty of perfume. It draws us deeper. It truly creates a picture that's much deeper than what our eyes can take in. So words are never enough. But the Citralis PQ pulls that purifying, reassuring feeling that I get when I smell a lily of the valley, a pure white floral, which would be beautiful in any oceanic fragrance. And drawing from my surroundings and letting this blend naturally with it is beautiful. It's perfect. The wind is drawing across this bottle and dispersing this. It's very nice. I think this is something that I would include in an oceanic fragrance. Very nice. Well, these are just a few. There are countless other aroma chemicals that we can use, natural agents that can pull together one of the most beautiful perfumes that we can wear to relax, restore, and renew our spirit and our mind and create a beautiful impression on those around us when we wear it. But for now, I'm just going to take in what's around me. I just met two of the most beautiful, inspiring women. They said they are from the Atlanta, Georgia area, and if you're watching, thank you. You have truly lifted my spirits. You've inspired me. For those of you watching that don't know, these ladies were so uplifting. I explained to them this new journey that I'm on and what I'm doing to create a world of perfumery, but above all, something that we all can relate to, and that's the beauty that we all have within us and how we inspire each other in our daily lives and our walk and what we impress on each other as a whole. And these ladies were amazing. They lifted my spirits. And this beauty around me is something that you can never forget. But the beauty in you two ladies is something that I will take back home with me as a gift that I will always treasure. Thank you for saying you'll be my subscribers. It is a beginning journey for me, and your support means more than you know. The words you shared, your smile, your laughter, the high fives. There's nothing better than to share the happiness of a day, even with what began as a total stranger and you leave as friends. Thank you. Well, when you're at the beach, of course, it's a messy hair, don't care kind of a day. The morning has come alive, and so has the beach. It's beautiful, the waves are crashing, the laughter is everywhere. It is such a beautiful place. That's what I love about this town and this beach. It can be anything you want, from the calming natural setting that you saw at St. Andrews this morning till now, when everything is alive and welcoming. It is so beautiful. Just look at these waves. Let's have some fun. Fish are everywhere. Just kidding. No perfumers were harmed in the making of this video. It just doesn't get any better than this. When you're at the beach, there are so many things to do here. You can, of course, play in the waves, build sandcastles. You can look for the most perfect seashell for your pocket. But there's one thing you can also do. Have you ever watched the footprints in the sand? Sometimes they are in groups. Sometimes they are by themselves. Sometimes they are of children playing, of lovers walking hand in hand. But they create an impression. They leave an impression that makes you imagine where that person's been, where they're going. Perfume does the same thing. It leaves an impression on those around us. It makes people wonder where you've been, where you're going. It creates a memory. But the most important thing that I take away with me when I go to the beach is this. Remember that while footprints only last for a short amount of time, always know that the impression that you leave on this world is a lasting one. Make it special. Make it count. There's so many things that I take with me when I leave the beach. A car full of sand, a pocket full of shells, a sunburn that lasts for a short period of time, dozens of pictures and memories. It's been great to walk these beaches and be able to compare true aquatic notes with those that are synthetically given to us. But I think the most beautiful thing that I'm going to take with me on this trip is the most beautiful, the most fragrant thing that I found. It is a complete treasure. It's priceless. It was the love and the encouragement and the sweetness of the two ladies that stopped me on the beach, encouraged me, impressed upon me their kindness and their love. We didn't know each other, but now I feel like I've gained two friends. Somewhere in Atlanta are two amazing people that I will treasure from a distance, but it's a memory that will go with me forever. You guys, that's what it's all about. You don't have to be a perfumer. You can create beauty anywhere you go. Be inspirational to those around you. The beauty is found within you. It's the most fragrant thing that you can create. Share it abundantly with everyone around you. So thank you for joining me on this adventure. It has been amazing. I truly feel reset and ready to go. Until next time, be sure to go out into this world and share the most fragrant part of who you are with those around you. Make a lasting impression. Make this world a beautiful place. Bye-bye.